Heartiest namaste and good evening, good afternoon, or good morning to all. Let's start with our third. Let's start with the continuation of our third video. That is part 2 of Āditya Stotram. So before I go ahead to the point of today, I will just like to thank you a lot for supporting me for my first part of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I will still request you to share it more to a broader audience, and I hope you will enjoy this second part as well. So as we concluded with the history, background and philosophy of Āditya Stotram, from where it starts, like how the things happen and what is the significance of that battle, what is the relationship between Lord Surya, Maharishi Agastya, Lord Ram, Lakshman. We tried to understand a couple of things in those zones, but before I go ahead with the Sanhita, Santha, or the explanation of the actual Āditya Stotra, I will just like to throw a disclaimer for this video. So this video is only for the seekers or the viewers which are interested in this spiritual domain or zone, and it's not just for information or for infotainment or for entertainment purpose. So if you are not so interested in this domain or in this type of videos, then I will request you to opt out and do something else for your 20 minutes. You can utilize your 19 minutes for something good. So yeah, I will go ahead with the slokas, or the multiple parts in which Maharishi Agastya has narrated it. So first of all, this comes in the, as I told earlier, this comes in the 107th Sarg of Yuddha Kandam, written by Maharishi Valmiki. So as we already went to first two shlokas, I will still reiterate those, and I will also try to start with the Viniyog, or the details which usually appear before any of the shloka or any of the sukta stotra. So it goes like, Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Atha Āditya Hridaya Stotram, Āditya Hridaya Stotra Mantrasya, Agasti Rushihi, Shri Surya Narayano Devatha, Sakala Shoka Dukkha Prachamanartham, Yuddhe Jayartham Cha Jape Vinyogaha. ततो युद्ध परिश्रांतं समरे चिंतया स्थितं रावणं चाग्रतो दृष्ट्वा युद्धाय समुपस्थितं दैवतैश्च समागम्य द्रष्टुम अभ्यागतो रणम् उपगम्य अब्रवीद रामम् अगस्त्यो भगवांस्तदा. And we already went through the first two sentences of this stotra, and I will request you, if any of you is first time viewer of this video, then please go to the first part, as that is the only linkage to this video, and definitely you won't be able to appreciate this video much if you haven't watched the first part of it. Let's start with the third shloka. Rama Rama Mahabahu Shrunu Guhyam Sanatanam Yena Sarva Narin Vatsa Samare Vijayishyase. So if you can observe over here bit of the Sanskrit grammar, there is no visarga, it's Ashtami or Sambodhan Vibhakti. So Maharishi Agastya is calling or telling something to Lord Ram. Hey Ram, Rama Rama Mahabahu. What is Mahabahu? Mahabahu is someone with bigger arms, longer and bigger arms. So if we talk about a general characteristic or property of the saints, Satpurushads, or any reincarnations of God, of supreme divinity, then definitely we would be able to observe a characteristic, that is their arms or hands are usually longer than the ordinary humans like us. So I will just try to engage you in an activity. So you can pause this video for 2 seconds, you can stand and just try to stretch your hands, right, as much as possible, and try to see if you can touch your knees with the tips of your middle fingers like this. I don't think any of us would be able to touch the knees with their palms, because our hands are not as long as the incarnations or the divine people which usually take birth on earth. So that's what we call Ajanubahu. someone with long hands till the end of their knees, and that's what is the meaning of Mahabahu. Shrunu, listen. Guhyam Sanatanam. Guhya is something secret. Sanatanam, again the meaning of Sanatan is something which is not having any end point. That's why we call it Sanatan Hinduism, something like that. There is no end of it, or it's eternal. There is no full stop. Yena sarvandrin vatsa samare vijayasase. Hey vatsa, yena stotrena sarvanarin tvam samare vijayasase. So with this stotra or this set of shlokas, you will be able to win over any, or you will be able to conquer over any type of enemy. Āditya Hridaya punyam sarva shatru vinashanam. So this stotra called Āditya Hridaya is capable of fighting with any type of enemy. Jayavaham japam nityam akshayam paramam shivam. Chant this regularly, as this is Akshay, eternal. Eternal, what he means by the word Akshay is the relevance of this stotra will still remain the same throughout the yugas. So it's not the case that Stotram is narrated in the Treta Yuga. It doesn't mean that it has lost its capability or relevance or power in Kali Yuga. The relevance or the capability of stotra still remains the same throughout all the yugas. Jayavaham japam nityam akshayam paramam shivam sarva mangala mangalyam sarva papa pranashanam. So this stotra is able to dissolve or finish all of your sins and bring prosperity to you. Chinta shoka prashamanam, again the same thing, the one which is capable of cutting your tensions, your stress, or your sorrows, your griefs. Ayurvardhanam uttamam, it can give you a better life, longer life, healthier life. Rashmi mantam samudyantam. So I think from this shloka, the graces or the explanation, the Aishwarya about the prosperities about Lord Surya Narayan starts. So these first 2-3 sentences or shlokas were in general explanation about this stotra. Now let's come to the adjectives, or the way Maharishi Agasti is giving grace or explaining the philosophy or the functionality of Lord Surya. Rashmi mantam samudyantam devasura namaskrutam. Rashmi is nothing but form of night which can be prayed or preached or worshipped as a Devi. So night itself is considered as a Devi, and the name of that goddess night is Rashmi, one who is husband of Rashmi. Rashmi mantam, so consort of Rashmi. Samudyantam, the one who wakes up from a direction. Well, it's already clearly mentioned in Rigveda that sun never rises or sets from any direction, but it's the earth which keeps revolving around it. But from the perspective or from the frame of reference where we live, it feels like it's coming from the east direction. Devasura Namaskrutam, one who is equally worshipped or praised by Devas as well as Asuras. Devasura Namaskrutam. Pujayasva, do the puja of whom? Pujayasva Vivasvantam Bhaskaram Bhuvaneshwaram. Vivasvanta, what is the meaning of Vivasvanta? So if we try to do definition or vyutpatti of this word Vivasvantam, something which is having Vivas with him or her. What is Vivas? Vivas is a synonym or a word for light. All the light which is coming from background or this light as well, any type of light is considered as V adhika Vasa. So what is Vivasa? V means in all the direction, Vasa means one who resides or one which stands. So if we try to think in such a way that let us consider there is an object, maybe you or maybe me. If we are trying to look at that object, the moment we change our direction, we won't be able to see the same thing anymore. So if I look apart from this mobile phone, I won't be able to see this device, right? But even if we rotate, or even if we head towards any direction in 360 degrees, we will still be able to see the light, even if it is coming from a distant source. That's why one of the Sanskrit names or synonyms of light is Vivas, and the one who is having entire amount of entire amount of light with it, that is Vivasvanta. So that's how Surya gets another name as Vivasvanta. Bhaskaram, one who creates Bha. Bhuvaneshwaram, one who is Parameshwar or God of this Bhuvan or this earth. Sarvadevatmako Yesha, Tejasvi Rashmi Bhavanaha, one who attracts Rashmi and one who is God for all the entities. Esha Deva Suraganan Lokan Pati Gavastivihi, one who always showers his grace on all type of entities, all type of organism. So then the another layer of the stotra starts, which tries to convince Lord Ram, or tries to convince all of us in general, that Lord Surya or Lord Surya Narayan is nothing but an equivalent god or equivalent part of supremacy, just like we do have other gods or other lord heads like Shiva, Devi, Ganapati, etc. If you remember, I mentioned about Panchayatan Devatas in the first part. So it's equivalent to all of those forms which come from Hiranyagarbha or from Parabrahma or from Paramatma. So if we try to consider it as from philosophical way, so I can say that this is the part where Maharshi Agastya is trying to attract or trying to get the concentration of Lord Ram on the single point. If you remember, in my second video of this channel, I mentioned something about Ekvidha Bhakti. So just focusing on, just like horse, just focusing on the same target, single target, and not deviating on multiples. So for what we call complete salvation or complete submission, or what we call Sampurna Sharanagati, it is very important to accept the God or the Sadguru or the divinity at a same frame or at a same form. So I think that's what Maharshi Agastya is trying to get Lord Ram's attention over here in next couple of almost 9 to 10 shlokas. Esha Brahma cha Vishnushcha Shivaha Skandha Prajapati. Lord Sun himself is Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Skanda means Kartikeya or Subramanya, and Prajapati. If you remember, it all starts with Prajapati, and just like it's mentioned as Adam and Eve in couple of other religions, we mentioned as Manu, and that's where the word comes Manushya or Manav or Manuj. So that's Prajapati. Mahendro Dhanadaha Kalo, Yamaha Somo, Yapampati. All these are different type of gods. Pitaro Vasavaha, even the Pitarats, the Ashtavasus, Sadhya Ashvinau Maruto Manuhu, the Marudganas, the Manu himself, or two Ashwini Kumars. Vayur Vanhi Praja Prana, Rutukarta Prabhakaraha. Vayu is nothing but father of Lord Hanuman. Pavan. Vanhi is Agni. Praja, he who himself is Praja, and Prana. Prana is nothing but, if you remember, there are 5 type of Vayus in a human body which tries to keep the functionality on cellular level. That is Pran, Apan, Udan, Vyan, and Saman. And that's what connects human body with Parabrahma. Rutukarta Prabhakara, one who creates seasons on earth. Prabhakara, one who creates Prabha. Prabha is nothing but an energy or a combination of heat and light. Āditya, Savita, Surya, Khaga, Pusha, Gavastiman. These are all names of Lord Surya. Suvarna Sadrusho, one who looks like gold. Bhanuhu, Hiranyareta, Divakaraha, one who is having his Reta or even his Virya as golden in properties. Divakaraha, one who creates day and night as well. Haridashvaha, Sahasrarchi, Sapta Saptir Marichiman. Timiron Mathana Shambhus Twashta Martanda Kunshuman. Again comes different characteristics of Lord Surya Narayan, who brings lights from all the directions. Timiron Mathana Shambhus Twashta Martanda Kunshuman. Timir is the darkness, one who cuts the darkness. Timiron Mathana Shambhu Twashta Martanda Kunshuman. Hiranyagarbha, one who is having gold in his garbha or in its center. So that is another name, or actually this is the core name, this is the main name of the form which is taken by Parabrahma in the format of Surya Narayan. Hiranyagarbha Shishirastapano Haskaro Ravihi Agnigarbhodite Putraha Shankha Shishiranashana. One who finishes off Shishir, that is cold or winter. So this is winter season and Dakshinayan has started, and we definitely are appreciating the sunny days, right? Agni Garbhoditehe Putraha, the son of Aditi, and one who is having Agni in his garbha. So if we know, inside sun there is a chemical reaction which keeps happening, and unless and until all amount of helium gets converted to hydrogen, the sun won't become a dead star. Vyomanatha Tamobhedi. So again, coming to this name, so in ancient times we can clearly see that they knew the fact that moon is not having any of its own source of light, but it's just the reflection which it exuberates by getting the light from sun. Vyomanatha, that's why Vyomanatha. Tamobhedi, one who bhed or cuts the darkness. Yeah, it's again repetition of the characteristics. Rug Yajuhu Samaparagaha. Rug is Rigveda, Yaju is Yajurveda, and Sam is of course Samveda. Rug Yaju Samaparagaha, one who is sung by all of these three Vedas. Ghanavrushti Rapam Mitro Vindevithi Plavangamaha. The one who creates the rains on earth, right? So yeah, ultimately if we know that the rain cycle or water cycle is totally related to the fact that the heat of sun is creating the steam from ocean. So that's what is the meaning here. So see, even before, like thousands of years back, Valmiki Maharshi or say Agastya Rishi knew the fact that sun is the one causing Ghanavrushti. Atapi Mandali Mrityu Pingalah Sarvatapanaha Kavir Vishwa Mahateja Raktaha Sarvabhavodbhavaha. So there are a couple of literal meanings and a couple of hidden meanings as well. One who seems orange in color, and Mahateja having most of the exuberance. Raktaha Udaya Savita Rakto Raktaha Se Astamanethatha. That's what we say, right? So the red color of sun appears only at the time of sunset as well as sunrise. Still it's a characteristic of sun. Nakshatra Grahataranam Adipo. All the nakshatras, that is galaxies and all the stars, consider Lord Surya as their king. Vishwabhavanaha, the one which is most favorite of this universe. Vishwabhavanaha. Tejasam api tejasvi, brightest among the group of brightest. Dwadashatman namostute, the one who is having 12 forms. So if we know, if someone does a type of exercise called Surya Namaskar, there are 12 names dedicated to each and every Namaskar. Mitra, Ravi, Surya, Bhanu, Khaga, Pushana, Hiranyagarbha, Marichaya, Āditya, Savitru, Arka, Bhaskar. So that's the mention of those. And now here the part ends where Maharshi Agastya is telling about the Aishwarya or the graces or the greatness of Lord Surya Narayan. And after this we come to a part where the shlokas are having frequently a word called Namaha. That is nothing but I bow to you, I worship you, I join my hands in front of you. So if any of us know, there are a couple of parts of Rudra Ashtadhyayi which appears in Yajurveda. So be it Chamakam, be it Purush Suktam, there is also a part called Namakam. So what's the reason they call it Namakam? Frequently at each and every sentence they are getting this word called Namaha. So this is a similarity, I would say, in Rudra Ashtadhyayi and Āditya Stotra. Let's start with that part. Namaha Purvaya Giraye Pashchimayadraye Namaha, one who comes from east and goes towards west. So again, this is in the notion form, and it appears from earth. Yeah, that sun is traveling, but the fact is that earth is traveling, which is already mentioned in the scriptures, as I said earlier. Jyotirgananam pataye dinadipataye namaha, adhipati of dina and jyotirgananam pataye. So just like all the gods, be it Bhairavji, be it Shiva, be it Shakti, all are having its ganas, right? Similarly, Surya is also having its own ganas. Jayaya Jayabhadraya Haryashvaya Namo Namaha, Namo Namaha Sahasransho Ādityaya Namo Namaha. Again, couple of names of Lord Surya Narayan. Namah Ugraya Viraya, one who is furious, ferocious and courageous. Sarangaya Namo Namaha, Namah Padma Prabodhaya Prachandaya Namostute, Brahmeshana Achyuteshaya Suraya Āditya Varchase, one who is equally worshipable or prayable or worshipped by Vishnu as well as Brahma. So Brahma and Vishnu themselves are doing the puja of Surya Narayan. Brahmeshana Achyuteshaya Suraya Āditya Varchase, Bhasvate Sarvabhakshaya Raudraya Vapushe Namaha, one who is capable of consuming everything at the same time. Raudraya Vapushe Namaha. Tamognaya Himagnaya, one who can finish the darkness, one who can finish the snow, that's what we call Hima. Shatrugnaya Mitatmane, one who can finish your enemies as well. Krutagnagnaya Devaya. So if you know what is Krutagna, it's antonym of Krutagnya. So if we are doing something good or doing any kind of help to someone, and if the person is paying some tribute or is thankful for our act, that's what we call Krutagnyata, and the opposite of that is Krutagna. The one who is Krutagna is not going to get spared by Lord Surya, and he's going to get killed by him. Krutagnagnaya Devaya, Jyotisham Pataya Namaha. He is ultimate god of all the astrologers. Jyotisham Pataya Namaha. Tapta Chami Karabhaya Haraye Vishwakarmane, one who is engineered this universe. Namastamo Vinignaya Ruchaye Lokasakshine, Nashet Tesha Vaibhutam Tamesha Srujati Prabhuhu, the one who can control all the universe or the entities or the bhutas in this universe, and one who is also Srujankarta. So if something new is getting created in some or other way, light and heat, it's indulged in that process. Be it any type of engine or be it any type of machine or anything, there is always high probability of having these two, either of these two components or maybe both the components together as well. That is light, it may be some kind of electromagnetic wave or ray or photon or anything of that sort, and agitation of molecules, that's nothing but heat, which we usually measure in a quantity or measuring a unit called temperature with several units for it. Payatyesha tapatyesha varshatyesha gavastibhi, esha supteshu jagarti bhuteshu parinishtitaha. Even if you are sleeping, Lord Surya is doing his work. Even if you are waking up, still he is continuing with his work. Bhuteshu parinishtitaha, one which is inside, or one which is having its capability inside the heart of each and every organism. Esha chaivagniHotram cha phalam chaivagniHotranam. So he himself is the Agnihotra, and he himself is the phala or the fruit which you get from Agnihotra. So if any of us is curious what is Agnihotra, they can try to search that on internet. But it is necessarily a process which was followed in ancient times. Still, there are many people who follow that process. Those are ahutis which are given in form of rice and ghee in the morning as well as evening time. Devascha kratavaschaiva kratunam phalamevacha. He himself is the fruit of havan or yajna or yag, which is done by anyone. Yani krutyani lokeshu Sarveshu Paramam Prabhu. Whatever good deed you are going. So just like we say Sarva Deva Namas Tubhyam Keshavam Prati Gacchati Akashat Patitam Toyam Yatha Gacchati Sagare. So it's similar type of thing over here. Enam apassu kruchreshu, in any type of punishment, any type of situationship you are in, kantareshu, if you are directionless, if you are in a jungle, in darkness, bhayeshu, if you are afraid of something, kirtayan purushaha kaschin navasidati raghava. Sing or chant this shloka and you will be certainly away from that situation. Raghava. So here again comes the mention of Lord Rama. Pujayasvainamekagro devadevam jagatpatim. Now concentrate towards Jagatpati, or the consort of this Lord, consort of this universe. Etat trigunitam japtva. Chant this 3 times. Yuddheshu vijayashyasi, and definitely you will win in your war. Asmin kshane mahabaho. On this moment, Ram, Ravanam tom jayashyasi. You will definitely cremate Ravan on this moment soon. Eva mukta tato gastyo jagama sayathagatam. Just like he suddenly appeared, Lord, just like Maharshi Agastya suddenly appeared out of nowhere, he again went to his location, just like he came. Etat shrutva mahateja nashta shoko bhavattada. After listening to this narration from Maharshi Agastya, Lord Ram definitely got fed up of all his sorrows, and he gained back his confidence. He just came out of his depression. Dharayamasa suprito raghava pretatmavan. He decided to hold his kodanda and give a tough fight. Okay. Adityam preksha japtvedam param harsham aptaman. So when he did his achaman and started to chant this stotra for 3 times, that was the moment he got that necessary adrenaline or serotonin, or whatever you may call it, the level of confidence which he was needful for. Trirachamya Shuchir Bhutva, he did Achaman 3 times, and Dhanuradaye Viryavan. He just took his weapon, took his kodanda, and just decided to fight with the situation. Ravanam Preksha Rushtatma Jayartham Samupagatam Sarvayatnena Mahata Vrutastasya Vadhe Bhavata. So Ravan tried his best, used all the capabilities or weapons he had, but ultimately got killed, got finished. And here is where our Āditya Hridaya Stotra ends with the sentence Athara Vira Vadan Niriksha Ramam Mudita Manaha Paramam Prahushyamanaha Nishijarapati Sankshayam Viditva Suragana Madhyagato Vajastvareti. So what is the meaning? This sentence is summary of this entire shloka. Atha Ravira Vadan Niriksha. After looking at the face, after looking at Lord Surya, Lord Ram got happiness or confidence. Mudita Manaha Paramam Prahushyamanaha. Got extreme level of happiness or confidence in him. Nishijarapati Sankshayam Viditva Suragana Madhyagato Vachastvareti. By killing the Nishijarapati, that is nothing but Ravan, he got a very great position or extremely upper position between all the devas, because all type of devas were just they all were trying to fight with Ravan, but they were nothing in front of him, right? He already captured all the lokas, already defeated Indra several times, Varun, Vayu, all the Navagrahas were on his chair. He used to put his feet on Shani himself, and no one was ever able to fight back to him. But it was Lord Ram who ultimately killed him and finished him, and that's the way Lord Ram got an uppermost position amongst all the gods. Suragana Madhyagato Vachastvareti. And so here is the position, or here is the point. Our Āditya Hridaya Stotra ends, and I will suggest all of you to chant this one. If not possible, at least play it on a record, because it will definitely get you out of the sorrows or the low confidence state or the depression if you are fighting with it. And even if you are not fighting with it, this stotra is very good for a better health or bringing some prosperity to your life. And this is how I end my video, again with Guru Namaskar. ओम नमः शिवाय, जय श्री राम, समर्थ सदगुरु श्री गजानन महाराज की जय. थैंक्स अ लॉट.